Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I did some shopping. Now I am not normally a Black Friday shopping person. I think the last time I actually bought something in any kind of a Black Friday sale was completely by accident. I went into town on Black Friday, wondered why it was so busy and bought a toothbrush. I tend to get just very sort of overwhelmed by the whole thing, and I think it's built to be like that, right? It's kind of overwhelming. We end up purchasing things that we maybe didn't really need in the first place, and it could all feel like a bit of a negative thing. But this year I decided to actually just approach it from a completely different angle, and this is all beauty and makeup and skincare and that kind of a vibe. And there are a few gifts in here. So from the off of this video, if you are a member of my family, stop watching. Okay, you're not allowed to watch this one. This is not for you, okay, because there will be spoilers for your Christmas presents. But I went into this shopping experience thinking, okay, I have some criteria. Okay, I've got 3 criteria. Number 1, it needs to be something that I was, looking for anyway. Number 2, it needs to be a gift for somebody. And number 3, is it something that I would, is it an ingredient that I would, need throughout the year? And maybe it's from a different brand, and therefore it would be, a good way of discovering some new things while still knowing that I'm going to get the, like I say, the ingredient. For example, niacinamide. I love skincare products with niacinamide in. So if it's, a niacinamide product, but it's from a different brand than I would ordinarily gravitate towards, then wonderful. So without further ado, let's dig in, because I'm very excited to look through. Particularly one set is just, very good. We'll start with the little box first, and the first little thing that I grabbed was this Ted Baker London On The Go mini beauty set. Now this will be a gift, I shan't say for whom, but just in case they haven't heeded my warnings and they're still watching this video. But I just thought this was a really, really great little set. It was only £5, and inside we've got the Rose and Orchid body spray, the whipped body oil cream rose and orchid again, and then a warm pink tinted lip balm. And I have been tasked with putting together a little bit of like a hamper kind of style for this particular family member, and I thought this would be perfect. So when I spotted that, I was like, brilliant. Oh, this is one thing that's not beauty related at all. This is one of those little credit card style power banks, and I just wanted something that I could keep in my handbag at all times. Basically, I travel a lot and I always need my phone. I'm always listening to podcasts and music and things, so I was a bit nervous about it running out in a rather inopportune moment. So I thought this would be perfect. I'm excited to give that a go. And then this little set was one that I was very impressed with, because, so this is like 17. I've never tried anything from this brand before. And I know they're one of the more sort of affordable brands. So I wanted to kind of give it a go, because I think makeup is something which often I very much feel you get what you pay for. However, there are certain brands like Boots Collection. For what you pay for, the products are excellent, and like their concealer is an absolute, cult favorite, all that kind of stuff. So I thought this would be really, really good to try, because these are all products that I use regularly, and I was particularly interested in the little eyeshadow palette. So because this is for me, we'll have a little dig into it, because I mean, quite frankly, I want to. But how beautiful is that? As a gift, it's absolutely stunning. And I think I actually got this for free, because it was part of a, 3 for 2 sort of gifting thing. So, can't go too far wrong. So first thing first, we have a little matte lipstick, and I just thought this was in a really, really gorgeous colour, because it's quite cool toned, and I don't really understand my skin, okay, because I tan very, very easily, but I'm definitely a silver jewellery, more cool toned makeup looks so much better on me. So I think I'm just a bit of a weird in between. Okay, this is the only item that I'm not sure how much I'll use, but I'm curious to try it. This is their Glow Bright highlighter wand in bronze, and okay, we all know what product this is inspired by. So we shall see how that goes. And then we have a mascara. I love a mascara. Mascara is my, if I could only use one beauty product for the rest of my life, it would be a mascara, just because I think it makes such a difference. With very little, one product can make such a massive difference, if that makes sense. And this just looked, I really, really liked the wand. Now, I'm very into my brown mascaras at the moment. I'm wearing brown mascara right now, and this is obviously a black one, but I just thought it would be nice to try, again, a slightly more affordable mascara, because I am obsessed with the, I hate it when, YouTubers say I'm obsessed with this, but I actually am, because it's so good, from the Swede Cloud mascara, and I have this in brown and black, and that's my current favorite one, but it's a pricey mascara. I think it's, it will always be £20, 20 to £25, depending on if it's on deal or something. So I thought, let's try a slightly more affordable option, and all of this, the 17 brand is all cruelty free as well, which is fantastic. And then just a clear old lip gloss. I actually wear clear gloss quite a lot. I think it just brightens up the face, just makes you look a bit fresher, a bit more awake, without kind of piling on the layers, if that makes sense. Then last but by no means least, this was actually the product that made me, add to basket, as it were, because I can't open it, which means there must be a sticker somewhere. Hopefully you can see it, but this little palette is basically what I went in looking for. I wanted another very, very neutral little eyeshadow palette that I could use for work. So I wanted it to be very sort of, have shades that I could use every day. For example, this little taupey shade in the corner, that is going to be perfect, because the eyeshadow that I'm currently using as my everyday shadow, I've got in this little, magnetic thing, and it's a Makeup Geek in creme brulee. But this is quite impractical. It doesn't have a mirror, and to be honest, I only really use that shade. So I thought a little palette with really, really wearable shades would be very, very handy. So I think this set in particular, if you are looking to buy maybe for a teenager who's just getting into makeup, or a friend of yours who's like, oh, I kind of want to try some bits, but I don't know what, this could be a really, really good option, actually, because I am excited to try all of these. So I've just put a little bit of the lipstick on, and this is the most sensational colour. Oh my goodness, this is basically, sorry, I always like a little bit of a blended out lip. This is basically my lips but better. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gorgeous. I will try and find if this literally just says matte lipstick. It doesn't say what shade it is. Very helpful. If you have a similar colouring to me and you do like slightly, it's almost got that sort of mauvey tone to it, then this is gorgeous. Digging into the big box. This is really heavy, and I've actually just realized, having opened it up, that there is another item that is hopefully on its way, but I have also ordered the ordinary kind of bulk buy things. By the way, all of these things at the time of filming are in stock. I'm really sorry if any of it is sold out by the time you see this video, but I'll have everything linked below, so just have a little check. And they often do bring these things back, particularly in the run-up to Christmas. So set a little bit of an alert and you'll see it. But yes, I did also order this ordinary set, because basically it has all the products that I use on a regular basis. So that was very much a let's top up for the year kind of a situation. I remind my family, specifically my husband, to stop watching. I always get him just some toiletry bits to go in his stocking. We do a stocking for each other every year, and one of the things which is always in it is lots and lots of different kind of hand creams for me, because I love a hand cream, and some toiletries for him. And he also really, really likes anything from Bulldog, but they just didn't really have any they had a bit of a 3 for 2 kind of a deal on, but not like a good set. And I just thought this would be a really, really good way for him to try out a different option. I love number 7. I think it's so underrated as a brand, I suppose. I mean, it's Boots' own, isn't it? But as a brand, I think it's really underrated. And I just thought this set was brilliant. So it was £33 worth for £20. So, not a massive saving, but significant. And this has got the face wash, the face scrub, the sheet mask, the hair and body wash, and then an energizing moisturizer. And I wanted to get him this one because he will actually use all of these products. Now, My husband doesn't shave. He's got, you know, a bit of facial hair. And a lot of the men's sets always have like aftershave and shaving products in, which is great for lots of men. But if your, you know, significant other is the same, then this is perfect, because a lot of the time, you know, he ends up just not really using half of the set, and therefore then it just actually becomes quite an expensive set. It's not actually that good of a deal. Does that make sense? Very boring, but very necessary. This is my favorite heat protectant spray, so I bought 2 of them because they are often not in stock when I go in the shop. So I just thought, whilst we're here, now this is the most exciting thing that I purchased, and this was actually the thing that I was the most impressed by. Now, I film on my phone, as you probably realize, and so I can't actually remember how much I paid for this and how much the stuff inside is worth, but I will put that on the screen here. I'll have all the details, because this was phenomenal. Okay, most of the time when I see an edit like this, I think that's wonderful. I'm the same with advent calendars as well. I'm like, that's great. I only want to use maybe a third to half of that. And again, like I was saying with the toilet, you know, men's toiletry set, it actually becomes not a good purchase. And this is the other thing I would really, really encourage you to seriously think about when you see sets like this. Don't get swayed by how much money you're saving, because it's significant. Okay, it's, you know, that's great. Actually look at the, you know, the contents of this. Will you actually use it? And this was absolutely amazing, because I genuinely think I am going to use 90% of what is in this. And I did consider hiding it from myself and giving it to myself for Christmas. And then I realized that I'm an adult, and that means that I don't have to. If I want to open all my goodies now, I can. So, I got so excited that I'm getting all warm. Now I'm just gonna grab things as they come. Look, it's such a big box, I can't fit it on my dressing table. There we go. Right. First thing first, we have a Glow For It lash serum, and I have been very, very curious about lash serums, and I have heard good things about this one. Now, some can give you a bit of discoloration around your eyes if you're not careful. I'm going to double check that this is not one of them, but I have heard good things about it. So, hopefully going to get to give that a go. This is a mint glossy lip balm. I think, and this one is this is Boots Own, and I love a lip balm. I love a gloss. We've already talked about this, so I'm super, super excited to try this. I actually really, really like something with a bit of mint in it. A little bit tingly, makes you just feel a little bit fresher. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And then this is a She Glam Color Bloom Liquid Blush. I love a liquid blush because I also love a lip tint. And so this is just a 2-in-1 product, and I just thought the colour of this looked really, really gorgeous. Very sort of universally kind of neutral pink shade, which looked delicious. And then we have a Huda Beauty Faux Filler Extra Shine Lip Gloss in Sugar Baby. Now, obviously, these are, you know, a lot of these are products that I take a while to get through. So this is very much, I will be using these things for the next year. But equally, you know, it was a little bit of a present to myself and a chance to try out some bits and bobs. And ooh, this looks quite like baby pinking. Oh, I've already got that lip, what's it called? Lipstick. Forgot what it was called then, but this looks very nice. Again, that very sort of neutral pink, very universally flattering, which we love to see. We have the Happy Moisture Magic Water Moisturizer, which is very, very exciting. I'm not going to open up every single thing because this video will be about 1,000 hours long, but this is a vitamin capsule. Encapsulation method stabilizes vitamin skin with fresh and effective use. Is this something you eat? I presume not. No, definitely not. You apply. Apply an appropriate amount to skin and gently roll the vitamin capsules into the skin. Very curious about that one. Oh, this was something that I was very excited to try. Now, most of the products in here are actually full size, but obviously this one is a little bit of a mini. But this is from the brand Amica, and it's their overnight strength repair treatment. I have been very, very curious about Amica hair products for a long time, and but they're quite a pricey product. If they work, fine, I'm happy to pay it, but this is great because it means I can give them a go without having to completely empty my bank account. Now, this again, going back to number 7, love it. Damage reversal, future renew serum targets visible signs of skin damage. Now, I understand this is kind of a alternative to retinol. It's, you know, it's meant to be a slightly gentler version of a retinol, which is fabulous because I often find at this time of year where, you know, it's like you're in from the heat and the cold and all these kind of things, and your skin can get more sensitive. And so I sometimes find during the winter my skin doesn't accept retinol quite as easily as it does at other times of year. I don't know why. If someone could explain that, I would love to know. Hair syrup, Rapunzel, pre-wash oil. I don't really understand pre-wash treatments, because surely you just wash them out. Apply to dry hair from root to tip as a pre-wash treatment. Gently massage product into scalp and distribute evenly through the lengths and hands. Leave to marinate for 1 to 4 hours and wash out there. Oh, so it's a hair mask. Oh, so you do leave it in for what? Oh. Okay, I take it back. That sounds quite fun. Now, if you have watched my videos before, you will know how much I love skincare in a little capsule, in a little single thing that you can just, oh, this is the amount I use. I put it on my face, the capsule dissolves, happy days. Again, like I said, I travel quite a bit, and so just being able to grab, you know, 2 or 3 capsules, and that's all I need, means that I'm not carrying, you know, heavy bottles around and things. It's just, oh, the dream. But this is a scalp oil, and I have actually been finding, and I think it's because, obviously, I have given myself a bit of a blow dry today because I fancied something different, but I have been wearing my hair curly mostly, and which is great, but because I'm blow drying it a lot more because I diffuse it to dry, I am finding that my scalp is just getting a little bit irritated sometimes. And so I thought, you know, a scalp oil would be lovely to dry. So this is a matcha, castor oil, and rosemary oil blend, which I thought sounded really, really interesting from Rehab. So excited to try that. In all truth and honesty, this is probably the only product which I was like, I may end up giving this to a friend, and it's the Eau Chérie Gripping Primer, Hydrating Gripping Primer from the Beauty Crop. Now, I don't really wear primers because I don't wear foundation. So the only thing that may save this product from the help yourself to the fun things in this drawer pile is if this will work as an eyeshadow primer, because I do find that my eyeshadow tends to crease, and I would love to find something that could stop that. If anybody has any good suggestions, let me know. Now, I believe I saw Josie using this, the Aveeno Skin Relief. Was it her? She was definitely using like a body oil spray, and I've been very curious to try it ever since. Generally, I find her recommendations are really, really good. And yeah, this is a body oil spray, instantly nourishes very dry, sensitive skin. And again, I'm going on tour in a couple of weeks' time. So this will be perfect to take with me. This is a product that I have wanted to try for so long. This is Iconic London Instant Sunshine Bronzing Drops. Now, we are approaching the time of year where, well, let's just say the tan ain't tanning anymore. And I don't fake tan because, controversial, I don't think it ever looks good. I just don't. I think your sort of natural, you know, if you're battling against your natural skin tone, it's difficult, and I just think it can just look good with that. Anyway, this is really fun, by the way. Oh, it's like a little. Do I click that? How does this work? Oh, I do click that. Okay, this is fun. I'm excited to play around. Whoever designed the packaging, well done. But I just thought, just for giving a little bit of colour to the face, particularly, again, I taught, I'm going to be on stage, very bright lights wash you out. So having a little bit more colour on your face on stage is often a very, very, very good way to go. I'm actually going to use one of these pretty much as soon as I finish filming, because this is not, I don't get a lot of pimples. I'm very, 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 very lucky with my skin. But when I do, I love a pimple patch. And the Inky List is just, you know, one of those brands that's a good old, you know, you can trust them. My goodness, we're nearly done. Final 3 products. But I was just excited to look through this box, so I thought we could just do it together. So I hope you're still with me. But this is the Sol de Janeiro fragrance perfume mist, the 59. And again, this is a product that I have been very, very curious to try for a long time, because obviously, you know, their kind of Boom Boom Cream, that scent is just absolutely iconic. And this is, I'm presuming similar, but a little bit. Oh, that is nice. Oh, that's really nice. Okay, I mean this in the best possible way. It just smells kind of like generic nice perfume. Do you know what I mean by that? That's genuinely not a bad thing. Oh, that's really nice. It's actually not too sweet. Vanilla orchid, sugared violet, and sheer sandalwood. There you go. Anything with sandalwood in, and I'm like, come to mama. Absolutely love it. That is gorgeous. Okay, I'm excited to wear this. I always feel like it slightly takes me back to my teenage years body spray, but you know what? I'm not entirely mad about it. Okay, we have a Korean beauty product here from Round Lab, and this is their Birch Juice Cleanser. And again, cleansers, we need to use them every day. My cleanser is nearly run out, and so I thought this would be a lovely one to try. Very much enjoying the packaging, very sort of chic and clean branding. No scent to it at all. We love that, especially for a cleanser. I'm like, it's okay. I don't need my cleanser to, you know, be around a perfume, but washes away excess dirt, oil, and skin waste. Interesting translation. Amount of foam, gently massage. We'll see if this removes makeup. That's the only thing, because I may have to. I love a hot cloth cleanser, and we'll see if that also removes makeup. If not, I can still use it on the days when I haven't bothered to put any makeup on. And then last but by no means least, again, it's another mascara for me to try, which I'm very excited, but this is actually Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. And Anastasia is a nice brand. It's a very nice brand, which again, so I wanted to try the mascara, but it's not cheap. So I didn't want to buy it and then not like it, and then I wasted my money. This is weighty, I'm gonna say. Black and rose gold, very, very nice, right? Let's have a look at the brush. Ooh, that is going to be nice for volumizing, which is delightful. And that is everything. My goodness, if you have made it through this entire video, I am very, very impressed. But I just wanted to show you the bits that I thought were worth it, basically, because I think it can be so overwhelming, just the array of gift sets and boxes and advent calendars and all those kinds of things. And I think you just have to go into it with your head screwed on a little bit, so that you can definitely, you know, figure out what will actually work for you and what will actually be useful and what might actually be in the long run a bit of a waste of your money. So I hope this has been useful. Please do give it a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me. Next week's video is actually going to be a little bit of a comparison video between a £100 handbag and a £500 handbag. Like, what do you actually get for your money? What are the differences and all that kind of stuff? Because I just think the whole sort of, you know, I found it an interesting thing to think about and discover. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss next week's upload. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.